Have you ever wondered, what if your car could talk? And I'm not talking about the little beeps and chimes it makes. I mean, what if it could really talk? Tell you where it's been, how it's feeling, and what's coming up on the road ahead. Well, here's the thing. In a way, it already does. It's been speaking this kind of secret language for years, and right now, as we speak, millions of cars out there are chatting away. And that secret language? It has a name. Telematics. So today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be translators. We're going to decode exactly what your car is saying, who it's talking to, and most importantly, why any of us should care. All right, let's get into it. So first up, the word itself, telematics. It's just a mashup of two words, telecommunications and informatics. Just think of it like this. It's the technology that lets your car gather up a bunch of data, send it out into the world, and then have someone or something make sense of it all. It's basically the bridge connecting your car to the digital world. Okay, so how does this actually happen? It's not magic, even though it kind of sounds like it. It all starts with a small, pretty unassuming piece of hardware. So let's crack open this so-called black box and see what's inside. At the heart of the whole system is this little device. It usually plugs right into your car's onboard diagnostics port. You know, the OBD port? That's the same plug your mechanic uses to figure out what's wrong when the check engine light comes on. Super simple, usually just plug and play, and it becomes your car's own personal data reporter. So what's packed into this little box? Honestly, think of it like a tiny smartphone that's dedicated to your car. It's got a GPS receiver, so it always knows where it is. It has an engine interface to listen in on what the car's systems are doing. It's got a SIM card, just like your phone, to send all that info out. It even has an accelerometer, which can feel stuff like sudden braking or sharp turns, and sometimes a buzzer to give the driver instant feedback, like, hey, ease up. And the data it creates goes on a little journey. It happens in 4 quick steps. First, the device collects everything. We're talking location, speed, fuel levels, any engine codes, you name it. Then, right there in the device, it processes that raw info. After that, it uses its SIM card to transmit all that data up to the cloud. And finally, some powerful software analyzes everything, turning a sea of numbers into useful reports and alerts. Simple as that. So that's the how, that's the tech deep dive. But what about the why? I mean, where is all this data actually going, and what's it being used for? This is where it gets really interesting. Let's look at telematics in action. And believe me, the uses are all over the map. For businesses with lots of vehicles, it's an absolute game changer for managing their fleet. You can track vehicles in real time, find the best routes, and save a ton on fuel. On the safety side, it's huge. Think automatic crash notifications that call for help or tracking down a stolen car. You've probably heard of those insurance programs that give you a discount for being a safe driver, right? Yep, that's telematics. And for everyday folks like us, it's behind everything from starting your car with an app to making car sharing services possible. And if you're wondering if this is a big deal, let me just throw a number at you. The global market for this stuff is expected to be worth over $320 billion by 2026. To put that in perspective, that's more than the entire economy of a country like Finland. So yeah, this isn't some niche gadget anymore. It's becoming a fundamental part of the auto industry. But look, like any technology that's this powerful, it's not all smooth sailing. There's a big trade-off here. You've got to balance some really incredible benefits with some pretty serious challenges. Let's start with the upside, because it's pretty compelling. Safety is without a doubt a massive win. We're talking real-time alerts and automatic emergency calls. It can save you a lot of money too, through better fuel economy, catching mechanical problems before they get serious, and, of course, those insurance discounts. And hey, it just makes life more convenient and can even help the planet by cutting down on emissions with smarter routes. Okay, but now for the other side of that coin. The challenges are just as real. For every single one of those benefits, there's a flip side. All that safety and security comes with big questions about data privacy. I mean, who's watching where you go and how you drive? While it can save money in the long run, the hardware isn't always cheap up front. And let's be honest, a lot of drivers just don't like the idea of being monitored. Plus, the whole system is totally dependent on having a good cell signal. So that's the lay of the land right now. It brings us to the future. Where is all this technology heading? What does the road ahead really look like for our connected cars? The next big thing, the real frontier, is something called V2X. It stands for Vehicle to Everything. And this is where things start to feel like science fiction. We're not just talking about a car sending data to a server anymore. We're talking about cars talking directly to each other to avoid accidents. We're talking about cars communicating with traffic lights to reduce congestion. This is the bedrock technology that's going to make fully autonomous cars and truly smart cities a reality. All of which leaves us with one last really important question to chew on. As our cars turn into these massive data-gathering platforms on wheels, constantly talking to the world around them, we have to stop and ask ourselves, who's really in the driver's seat? Is it the person behind the wheel, or is it the data? It's definitely something to think about the next time you start your car.